Okay, let's talk about a bit of ugliness, shall we? No, we're not going to make this about The View. We are talking about the budget, spending. It's bad, okay? But you already know that. You know the debt is bad. You know spending is bad. You get all that. But I'm just going to say something once again that I know you already know, but you need to tell your normie friends because they don't. They really don't. And hyper-informed people like you really don't grasp how uninformed your normie friends are. So you need to tell them when Washington spends money, inflation gets worse. Just make it that simple. Just hand it to them that way. Every new $1 trillion bill, inflation gets worse. It doesn't mean nothing just because the numbers are huge and trillions here and trillions there. It means your standard of living goes down. Your dollar doesn't go as far. You don't get to buy as much food, clothes, trips, cars, whatever it may be, because of Washington spending. Now, we're in the middle of this very frustrating spending debate, and I'll tell you, I'm extremely frustrated because I don't see any good things happening. There's a big, do we do the House bill or the Senate bill? They're all awful. Ron Johnson was on with us last week saying this.
$7 trillion, and maybe we can shave $100 or $150 billion a year off of that and be at $6.85 trillion? I mean, it's just completely unacceptable. That's why I'm speaking out right now. I'm putting people on notice. I'm not voting for that. Line by line, let's figure out how to return to a pre-pandemic level. Let's set processes in place so we can do it again. We've never had a process to limit government spending. We don't have a balanced budget requirement. The Budget Act, the Simpson-Bowles, the Budget Control Act, none of these things ever controlled federal spending. This reconciliation process won't control it either. That's obvious. They're not getting down to a pre-pandemic level, which is why I'm speaking out.
He's speaking out, and I'm glad he is. Other senators are going on the television. This is John Barrasso, and they're lying.
What number do you believe you'll be able to come up with in terms of spending cuts? You just said to me it'll be more than $1.5 trillion. What are you thinking?
Well, that's what we're working on. This members of the Senate Finance Committee, we've been meeting since last summer on coming up with potential reductions in spending by the federal government. Our aim is $2 trillion. I don't know that we're going to get there. We're going to match whatever the House is able to do. We need to get a bill past the House, past the Senate, to the president's desk so we can make a difference in the lives of the American people and get this country back on track and get more money into their pockets.
Did you hear what he just did there? I hope you heard it because they do it all the time. The GOP loves to do this, love to do it. You see where he put the effort and the emphasis? Did you see it? She asked him, what kind of cuts are we getting? Are we going to get cuts? And he kind of gave this little mealy-mouthed answer. Well, I don't know. The House or the Senate will probably match the House, and I don't know, it could be up to $2 trillion. Either way, we got to get this thing passed so we can get back to work for the American people, and we can get done the things the American people want to get done and the things Trump want to get done, but we're going to get it done. He's lying. They're not cutting a thing. Nobody wants to cut a thing. They want to spend and spend and spend and spend and spend until we all go bankrupt. And here's the ugly, ugly truth of it. And this is why I didn't want to spend a ton of time on this. There aren't a bunch of things in life that I consider to be hopeless. I want to be a hopeful person, and I hope you do too. But when it comes to the budget, at least this one, I view it as a hopeless endeavor because they don't want to stop spending. Everyone wants things to just continue on the way they've always gone on. Nobody wants to be the bad guy. No one wants to say, nope, you can't have that, or nope, you can't have that. This Congress is so evil and corrupt, they're not capable of producing a good bill anyway. It's not humanly possible. So when you're sending me the email that you're about to click send on, well, why don't they just whatever? Or they should just whatever. Before you even hit send, you might as well not even bother because they won't. Asking this Congress to produce a good, corruption-free bill would be like handing $50 million to the American mafia and asking them to build a school with it. Where do you think most of that money is going to go? I know that probably made you uncomfortable too, but it is it is right. I would thank you for coming to my YouTube channel, but I know how brilliant it is, and I know you love it here. So subscribe and watch. We're going to start really ramping things up and putting some funny stuff, some interesting stuff out there, some collaborations. Either way, my YouTube channel is officially the place to be. So stick around.